West Ham United are encouraging Arsenal to make their third bid to get the deal for Declan Rice done, dusted, and over the line. This follows after 24 hours since it was announced that Man City were in advanced talks and growing in confidence to sign Declan Rice. But they may not be as advanced, or Arsenal may not have been pushed out of pole position as many people originally assumed. We're jumping into that. Plus, we're getting an update from Ben Jacobs on Caicedo to Chelsea. Plus, Fabrizio Romano here talking about Onana to Manchester United. Hit the like and share button. Make sure you're following us on our TikTok. And of course, turn on the bell notification button right now. Right now, leave the NVC and join the Terrace community. Let's do this. Declan Rice leaving West Ham has been a saga that feels like it's been going on for years, but it literally has. It was Chelsea 2 summers running. Will they get in? Will they won't? When's the deal going to happen? How much money is it going to cost? As of February 2023, Arsenal became the front runners. This story, Arsenal have not denied, denounced, pushed back against since day dot. Since it began in February, they have allowed their media, their fans to run with it. That is enough evidence for me to suggest that it's been true. They believe they're winning. Declan Rice willing to join. Personal terms, agreed or no problem, whichever phrase makes you happiest, have always been in place as far as I am concerned. On Thursday evening, this bit of information came out from Damasio. First of all, he stated that Man City were growing confident in their pursuit of Declan Rice. He then stated that Man City were now in advanced talks with West Ham to sign the midfielder Declan Rice. However, since that point, and it's very important to understand this so that confusion doesn't set in, the ex-West Ham employee, who's very reliable with West Ham news, has stated City held talks with West Ham over Rice, but did not lodge a bid. During discussing terms, it was very clear that Rice prefers Arsenal over the two. So, ex-West Ham employee, maybe the most reliable West Ham source in the world, has stated that Declan Rice has picked Arsenal over Man City. However, that doesn't mean he won't go City, because if Arsenal don't get a bid accepted by West Ham at any point, he still wants to leave, so it could happen. What it does mean, if both clubs get bids accepted, as of right now, according to the ex-West Ham employee, highly credible source, he will pick Arsenal. He wants Arsenal. Now, why is that significant? Why is it significant? Because you can be in advanced talks. You can agree personal terms. You could be confident of getting a deal done. But remember, City haven't put the official bid in yet. They've put bids and offers in and suggestions during negotiations. But that official offer very rarely comes in until the player that you're trying to sign cast iron agrees to join you. Seldom do you see a bid for a player where the player rejects going to the club. The last one I remember, high profile, was Vlahovic to Arsenal. And we said at the time, what are you doing? Get the personal terms agreed first, then you put the bids in. But typically when you see a club bidding, it's because a player has agreed to join them outright or is very interested in joining them and likes their project. Very rarely is it the other way around. So City haven't bid now 48 hours plus since we were told they were confident. And I mean, we the fans. Now what we're seeing is West Ham United encouraging Arsenal to make the third bid. And West Ham have got what they wanted out of this situation with City getting involved, Man United inquiring as well. They've got a mini bidding war. The problem for West Ham, as it appears right now, Declan Rice wants Arsenal. This story hasn't changed from any of the credible sources that I read since February. Doesn't mean it won't. because nothing is impossible in the transfer window. But Arsenal's still in a commanding position. What they now need to do is get the bid in, get it over the line, sign Declan Rice up, and end this saga. As I've said all along, they were right to bid low in the beginning. They were right to negotiate. But now's the time to get it over the line. Man United and the Mason Mount situation is different. I've had a few gooners call me out and say, why is it different? We don't have anybody else chasing our target right now. Liverpool pulled away. Arsenal pulled away. If tomorrow, though, another club starts coming in, there is no room to negotiate. Get it done. If that player is seen as pivotal to you moving forward. So a very interesting update from here. Now, I am quoting these individuals. Ex-West Ham employee states, Rice prefers Arsenal over Man City still. No official bid has come in yet from Manchester City, and West Ham want to conclude this business quickly. I want your thoughts, your feelings right now in the comment section. Now, moving across to Chelsea, this comes from the brilliant Ben Jacobs, who has stated that Chelsea will make a big push for Moises Caicedo, who wants the move to Stamford Bridge. A fee of 70 plus 10 appears to be possible as Brighton don't want to deny the Ecuadorian move. They're promising him a move away. Those close to Caicedo insist that the fee paid should not be more than what Real Madrid paid for Tchouaméni. So again, the representation, the agents of Caicedo are saying, look, we want him to get the move. We shouldn't be pushing this fee above the level of Tchouaméni. We don't believe he's a better player than Tchouaméni. We don't believe he should command a bigger fee than Tchouaméni because that may make potential buyers pull away. They're essentially saying to Brighton, let us not be greedy. Let us not overvalue, over-index, take the proverbial out of a buyer. Let's not be bad vendors here. And it appears that things are progressing in that way. I still have a feeling that Brighton are trying to delay this, and maybe even the Caicedo camp to a degree, to see if anybody else becomes a little bit more serious, to see where Rice goes, and to see whether or not the two clubs that miss out on Declan Rice look elsewhere. I think Brighton definitely want that because they may say 80 million's enough until one club bids 82 and then another club bids 85 and then Chelsea bid 87. They may be hoping for a bidding war, something that maybe gets them an extra 10, 12, 15, 20 million pounds on top for them to reinvest into their brilliantly run football club. However, none of that may come to fruition. That is all hypothetical at this particular moment in time. What we are seeing is Chelsea leading this race for one of, in my opinion, the best midfielders in the Premier League, especially one of the most best midfielders with potential. But having said that, in the last 18 months in the Prem, I've seen this man dominate game after game after game. He has that versatility in role. He can play near the edge of the box. He can defend. He can go box to box. He can go left and right. And that's rare sometimes. This man for Chelsea is going to be, without a shadow of a doubt, a colossal piece of business. And if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'd be very, very confident that Mauricio Pochettino gets the very best out of him and the partnership with Enzo. As a rival, it's painful, frustrating, annoying, downright gut-wrenching to think about. But as I said to people for a long time, Chelsea had a bad year. Enjoy it. Banter it. Laugh at it, maybe. But the strange mental gymnastics, the hopeless, pointless encouragement and feeling that Chelsea were done, dusted, buried, finished forever is now just being absolutely ripped limb from limb in terms of an opinion. Now, some may think they're going to sign these players and still struggle. I personally don't. But I want your thoughts, I want your feelings on this update from Mr. Jacobs. And back to Fabrizio here. There's talk today, I think it was from Simon Jones, that Andre Onana, big Man United target, is changing his agent. And Fabrizio has come out and said this is wide of the mark. His agent, who Alberto, actually can't read that right, and it's too small on my screen right now, is taking care of negotiations. There is no change. Things are going how they want to go. It says here that his agent has met Manchester United early this week. Inter want around 50 million euros plus add-ons. Man United are working on that deal. It is on. This is my words now, not Fabrizio's. It's on. It's clearly advanced if people are flying across Europe to discuss this in finer detail. It is clearly a deal that can happen. It is clearly a deal that many want to happen. And Man United need to get this done as well. This is a transformative, style changing, needle moving, seismic deal for Man United. Praise Declan Rice to Arsenal. That's going to be phenomenal. Caicedo at Chelsea. Wow. Onana at Man United. More possession. At least 12 more opportunities per game, if not higher, to create attacks from. Far more press resistant as a team. Man United don't get beat the way we did by Sevilla with Onana. We don't get beat the way we did by Liverpool. We don't get beat the way we did by City earlier on in the season. We don't get beat the way we did against Brentford with Onana in goal. Those results don't happen. Those matches, a lot of those goals, whether directly or through the play, came from indecision at the back, poor play from out the back, pressure that we just could not handle. And so much of that stems from David De Gea and his inability on the board. So look, I'm glad to see this news, an update from Fabrizio. I hope we push on and get this closed down. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on all these transfers today. Make sure, though, you've got the bell notification turned on for all of our videos. Make sure you are subscribing as well. But a massive update on Arsenal. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again soon. Thank you.